and absolute beginners goes to Archdragon Peak. Now in the previous video we picked up the Path of the Dragon gesture that will give us access to that area. We just reversed our hollowing with a purging stone. You can wear whatever you like. We've put these items on and armor set, so you can get to the area in need either from the dungeons or from Profane Capital. I could say it's a bit quicker from Profane Capital, so that's where we're going to choose to go from. There's just a gargoyle to run past and some prisoners, jailers, those lantern enemies. So we're going to go undercover once we pass the gargoyle. So Profane Capital it is, down the ladder. Remember to wear your slippers. Up this ladder. You can fight the gargoyle if you want. He does not drop anything. We are going to just run past him. Up the stairs to the left. Okay, let's go undercover and rush by these enemies. And now as you come up to the left, there's a set of dragons. Use your Path of Dragon gesture and it will take you to Archdragon Peak. You'll probably need to wait a few seconds. And there it is. Now, Archdragon Peak has not been affected by the ending of our game, which was the dark ending. As you can see, there's no eclipse. So as we move ahead, we'll be finding enemies like we saw in the Osiris boss area. So let's get the first item of this section. There are two such enemies in the beginning here. Let's lure this one towards us. Remember, they do parry. And the other one is to the right. So that enemy just came from the second area, which will loop around in a bit. Let's get this item. Now where the tower is ahead, there's the dragon. We'll be coming to it later on. You can see it. That's a different dragon from Ancient Wyvern, the boss of this area. There are a couple of ways to kill wyvern. You can basically, at the beginning of the area, if you can make the jump to jump on its head for a plunge attack, or you can take the long route around, which we're going to do and we'll show you for a plunge attack again. And there's a third way to kill him, but you need either magic or dark. We'll show you the exact spot to stand so you can take him out if you want, if you have magic or dark. So it's better to take these enemies out from far away with your bow and arrow. Let's get that attention, that enemy's attention again. There's the other one. When the enemy can't see you, it will remain where it is and you can hit it continuously. It's when they detect where you are that they come charging towards you. Okay, let's take out the enemy on the left here. Now its fire breath can reach you, so be wary of that. And while we're here, we might as well take that enemy out that's on the tower there. And notice how he hasn't detected us, so we can just continuously attack him with the bow and arrow. The enemies aren't programmed to charge at you if they don't detect you. So probably if the game was still being patched, it hasn't been patched for 2 years, if they wanted to make it more difficult than what it already is, the creators would patch this. But it suits us well. Good. And we're going to go slowly to the bonfire, the area. And this is where the second enemy came down to us. That's the tower we saw. This lift is a shortcut to the beginning. It can't be activated from here. It can be activated from above. We should have cleared out all the enemies here, but always have being cautious. It is Dark Souls. Let's get a few items. And there's the bonfire. Now we won't be sitting at the bonfire, not to respawn the enemies. Let's go down to the left, circumvent this section, the entrance. There's an enemy up there. There's a shield you'll pick up here. It's good to have in case you can't put the Sun Princess ring on. It does the same job. It rejuvenates your health when your health bar is low. Let's pull the lever to raise the gate, but don't go through yet. There's one more item to pick to the left. And I think it completes the clutch ring set. Let's take this enemy out. Okay, so that completes your clutch ring set. You should have 4. Alright, and that's where we need to go now to activate the boss fight. Don't pick up any items, we'll be returning. All you need to do is go as quickly as possible past the dragon to your first left. We'll do a pause there. So don't try to fight it. Remember, if you're skilled at this in this area, and you know it very well, you can jump on its head. But go to the left here. Let's pick up this item. Hide here, and the dragon will take out the enemies in the middle section for us. Protection against fire. Regardless if you're invisible or not, the dragon's breath of fire gets you. Go straight down. Go undercover. Take the first right. You'll be ambushed here. Try to avoid it. Just keep going up. Stay to the right. Rush past these 2 enemies. Go up that ladder you see. Now this is the second method you can take to kill the boss. The first was jumping at the beginning and jumping on its head, but you have to be very skilled with the dragon's movements. Let's pick up this item. Where you see the creators have put 2 signs and do what they say. enemies down. It will be transferred automatically to another location. And we're transferred to the mausoleum section. So light the bonfire, you can sit at it. We need to go back to the beginning area to pick up the items we could not pick up with the boss. So back to Archdragon Peak bonfire. Disregard these enemies, we picked up the items there. So just passing through this archway, cast hidden body so they don't jump down on you, the two enemies are top. They rarely do, but... Alright. And this was the basic entrance. We're going to show you a third method, where to stand in case you can projectile the boss. You need to have sorcery or dark damage. Let's pick up the items first. We go on to this small ledge, right to the end. We'll get the ring of protection. It's a good ring. Protects against a lot of damage. Let's head back up. So there's nothing down here to see. And let's show you the location where you can stand. It's not here, the first one. It's where you find an item here. So just stand in this corner as far back as you can and cast at the dragon. He will not hit you. So that's the third option of killing Wyvern. So we got the item on the left here. Might as well go in. Don't forget these enemies do parry. And the tiny daggers do some damage. Okay. Another message from the creators, because we are playing offline. We recommend you do this also, play offline. The entire Dark Souls 3 game. We only go online when we need help from another player. Okay, that enemy's down. There is a ladder here we need to take down. It will give us some twinkling titanite. Basically, the beginning of this area is complete. Now remember, up these steps you will get ambushed. Two enemies will drop down. You can't see them. They are not hanging from a ledge. Okay, they drop down now. So let's take them out with some fire. Now to the left is an entrance that has a few items. There are about 5 enemies in that area. Let this enemy lose its attention, go after it. And let's go up. There's 1 or 2 items here. I think we just picked up 1. They're the same. It's either a titanite chunk or large titanite shard. So these enemies that hold the hammer, they are quite tough. They can drain your stamina and your health. And we all but just made it back down before that enemy got aggravated. Right, back to the main section. Be careful here on the right, you don't drop, as opposed to going on the stairs. Nearly happened to us. And that's it, there's no other items, so we can head back out. To the new area. Now there is a summoner. She summons continuously. As soon as you hear the bell, it's a summon. NPCs is continuous unless you kill the summoner. So that's what we're going to do. We want her to summon and then kill her, because there are items to pick up. So if she keeps on summoning NPCs, we can't pick up the items. 2 NPCs arrive, 1 above and 1 below. If you go straight up, only the one above will appear, and there he is, and it's Drakeblood. We need him. She also summons Havel. If it is Havel, just go to the bonfire, sit down, and come back in. And wait for her to summon Drakeblood, because we need his armor set. Okay, she's down now, so she can't summon anymore unless you sit at the bonfire. Let's take the shortcut for the lift to the entrance of this area, the very beginning. Now we did set up the bonfire, so all the enemies have respawned. There is one area that is an ambush. I will tell you which one it is. You need to be careful of that. Alright, let's go back towards the bonfire. We need to take out Drakeblood. So if you haven't boosted your pyromancy, boost it now. Go under cover. Let's go up where he is. And target him. He will drop his sword. And we need to go to Osiris's bonfire. to pick up is his armor set. Before we do that, we're going to collect all the items since the summoner is dead. Let's take that off. There's not many items, just a few. And this is the ambush, so be careful of that. You will get cornered, you won't be able to come out of it, and you will die. So we suggest you leave that ambush section. We're going to get that item from the other side. Okay, looks like all the items have been picked up. Let's sit at this dragon altar, you could say, with Path of the Dragon. Select it, and it will give you a ring. Remember, all rings and what are in their descriptions, they tell you what they do. And let's go up here. There are these roly, stony enemies. There they are. They're weak to fire. They keep rolling into you, and you just can't attack them. So take them out from far. Let Pyromancy do some damage to them. Okay, good. They usually drop Twinkling Titanite. Let's get this item. Up the steps. And this is the item we saw from the inside. So the only item you have left is the ambush area. You can deal with that if you wish. But remember, if you die, all the enemies respawn, including the summoner. And of course, this is the beginning of the area. And of course, the NPCs. Let's get an item from a gate, since we can. That's the boss area. Alright, let's go to the Osiris boss bonfire. Consume King's Garden. Now, we did this area in our previous video. You can check it out if you missed it. And there's Drake Blood's armor set. It's considered the best armor set in the game, aesthetically and protection wise. So disregard the NPCs that will be resummoned by the summoner. Let's go through this section. Be careful on the left. Just jump forward to avoid that. Last arch on the right, jump down, up the steps, left, the ladder, take it up. There's no items here, so don't worry, you're not missing anything. Pick up an item here as soon as you come off the ladder. Protects you against thunder, you'll need it for the boss fight. And let's go straight. As soon as you enter this doorway, there'll be a crystal lizard, so take that out. Remember, if you do miss a lizard, just reload the game. You'll find it in the exact same spot. Okay, let's get a safe chest opened. There are 2 roly stone enemies coming up, so we're going to take them out with fire. And then we're going to take on the dragon that we saw from the beginning of the level where the tower was. Now the only way to take out that dragon without taking damage is to take him out with bow and arrow. The bow you found, the Oni Slayer bow that you found in Profane Capital does a good decent amount of damage to it. We'll be showing the entire taking out of that dragon. We're going to leave it, we're not going to edit it, so you see how long it takes and the damage it does. Let's take out the last stone enemy. So leave 4 steps to the end of the steps when you go up here. We'll show you exactly. Equip the Oni Slayer bow, put on your hawk ring, and we'll also be using the strong attack, the weapon art attack. So go up these steps and leave 4 remaining. 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot be hurt here. Check out the damage we do without the weapon art. Remember, we use 0 for the weapon art, so you need to check your controls what you use. So we are doing 271 damage without the weapon art. We only have 30 arrows, so if you continue doing this damage you'll run out of arrows. So round about here when we get down to 25 arrows, use the weapon arts. So what we do is how we do it: weapon art button, target, release, all buttons, and the arrow goes. So maybe you want to practice this before you get to the dragon with another bow and arrow. So all 30 arrows is quite enough to take out this dragon if you use your weapon arts on the bow. We're going to leave it so you see how long it takes. So the maximum it'll take you is 5 minutes, the minimum 3 minutes. You don't take no damage. Take off the bell because it's heavy. And the dragon also killed the stone enemies. So continuing, pick up this item, go up, stay to the left. There's an area you can, it's a shortcut. And here to the left, go up. Check out if the stone enemies dropped any item. They didn't, and there's one left from what I can see. Alright, go into this left porch. There's another summoner. She summons Ricard, an NPC. You can kill him to get his rapier. It's not very good, but... And we're going to farm this summoner for the mendicant staff. When you equip it and you kill enemies, they drop more souls. Okay. Now to the left is a bell and a lever. Do not pull the lever yet. It will trigger the boss fight. We don't want that yet. We need to take out these enemies first. We need to get Havel and some ashes for the fire maids. So let's light the new bonfire in the area. The Great Belfry. Let's farm her. Remember, Crystal Sarge's rapier, the symbol of avarice, rusted coins. If you have gold coins, it's better. And the golden serpent ring. Now by your 12th time you'll get the drop, so be patient with it. And we need to take out those enemies. Now we're going to get the enemies from here with the bow and arrow. We'll be calling on Hawkwood later to help us with Havel. He's a monster with Havel. So just let's take out the enemies ourselves from up here. They cannot come up. They're not programmed to come up, so don't worry. They stop at the steps there. Whatever enemy you see, take out. There's 3 giant ones and around about 4 or 5 little ones. And once you've done that, we're going to go down there to pick up all the items. See if any enemies remains. Put on your slippers. We'll be summoning Hawkwood in a while. Remember, if he does die, just reload the game and his summon sign will be there again. So let's go pick up every item we see. And do not go up there. Basically it's part of Hawkwood's quest line, so don't go up there yet. There's a few things to do. Let's get this ember, and well, this is the boss area, so it'll open up once we ring that bell, but we're not doing that yet. Remember, don't go up there. We need Hawkwood to help us with Havel. And I think we're ready to summon him. Now this NPC has a lot of skill, as we said in our previous video. It's a pity the creators did not put him at more boss fights to help the player. He's like Roy, the NPC Roy in Scholars, Dark Souls 2. That's a fantastic fight. Okay, let's take out a stone enemy here. Let's get the chest, which is a safe chest. Equip the storyteller's staff. We are going to be poisoning Havel whilst he's fighting Hawkwood, just in case Hawkwood dies on us. So as much as you can, reduce Havel's health with the storyteller's staff. Alright, up the ladders. Hawkwood will follow, don't worry. Go invisible. Two-hand the staff, target Havel, cast with special arts button. And we need to drink from our blue flask. And there's Hawkwood. And watch him parry Havel. He's a monster. In the meantime, cast poison on Havel. You need to lower his health. So that's the second parry Hawkwood did. It's better what we could have done. Not very good at parrying. Remember, Hawkwood has two Estus flasks, and he does use both of them in this fight, in this battle. And even though Havel is a monster, is a tank, look at that damage Hawkwood is doing. Hawkwood is incredible. His skill is amazing. And unfortunately, Hawkwood didn't use his second Estus. But we have lowered Havel's health quite a lot. Keep out of his range, and he's down. Pick up his weapon and shield, and we will transfer to the old Farron Covenant area in Farron Keep to find his armor set. It's not here, so we need to go to there in Farron Keep to pick it up. We'll be showing that. Now there's another item down here, but we are going to continue Hawkwood's quest line. If we go down here, we have to homeward bone out, and we're going to respawn all the enemies, so we prefer to get Hawkwood up that slope so he returns home, and that will continue his quest line. So because he died, you'll need to reload the game, and you'll see his summon sign appear again here. Plus he'll help us in getting the ashes that we need to give to the handmaid. So use these NPCs as much as you can. Alright, let's summon him. Let's take him up there. Now before you go up the steps, to the left are the ashes. So divert there. And Hawk will help you with the stone enemy here. They hardly let you attack them. Very protective. Okay. Pick up Twinkling Titanite. That's what they drop. And let's take Hawkwood up. Now if you're in NG+, you'll find an item here. Can't remember what it was. So keep that in mind. As soon as you get to another dragon altar here, use the Path of the Dragon gesture. Hawkwood will do the same, and he will return home. And that will continue his quest line. So sit down. Alright. Now let's travel to Farron Keep. Remember, it's where the Old Wolf Covenant is. Oh, first we're going to the shrine. Ah yeah, but let's give it the ashes. I mean, don't forget, we play this game, but we narrate after, so... Purchase what you want. Go to the blacksmith.
Oh, you've returned. I was hoping to see you. That crestfallen ass Hawkwood, he handed me this. He's changed a great deal since he left this place. Graven of face, he asked me to give it ye. Well, now that that task is concluded, what would you have me smith today?
So first we're gonna end Hawkwood's quest line. So with that sword grass that he gave the blacksmith, we need to fight Hawkwood in the boss arena. So we suggest not going inside the boss arena, the Abyss Watchers, but come to this bonfire, Farron Keep perimeter. And don't forget, you can farm these dark wraiths for the Pale Tongue, Rosaria's Covenant. The only reason we're coming from the outside is because Hawkwood cannot leave the boss area. Let's take out these two dark wraiths. A few enemies in our path. Poison the enemy casts. Alright. And into the boss door it is to activate Hawkwood. Remember, he can't leave the area, so you can take him out from the doorway.
I should have known. Well, I've decided
he's done.
More dragon
That
than I.
ends Hawkwood's questline. His questline is complete, and we'll continue in the next video. Hope you'll join us.